If you're having a hard time getting over betrayal, this one's for you. Hi, I'm Leslie Noble, and this is your daily no bullshit truth. I do a lot of work with PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, and complex PTSD. And under that umbrella, I work a lot with betrayal trauma. People that are struggling to move past being cheated on, they're getting divorced, there's been financial or spiritual betrayal. Sometimes it's estrangement from a family member. Sometimes it is a family member. They're struggling, with betrayal by a parent or by even a grandparent. There's all different ways that people struggle to heal from betrayal. And honestly, there's not a lot of great literature about betrayal. The two I've found the most helpful is Betrayal Bond by Patrick Carnes and Betrayal Blindness by Jennifer Fried. Patrick Carnes does a beautiful job of talking about the process of healing from betrayal, but why we get bonded to someone that is not good for us and how that happens. And then Jennifer Fried is, why do we have such a hard time leaving something that doesn't serve us? And she came up with the term betrayal blindness and why that happens. But let's talk about today why it's so hard to move past betrayal when it's happened to you. So it is a traumatic event. It is a trauma to your brain and your body. There's so much shame associated with getting the rug pulled out from under you. Somebody that you trusted and you loved pulled that rug out from under you. They lied to you, they left you, they abused you, and now you're left with like all the pieces trying to figure out, okay, how do I move past being hurt so badly? And, I don't have time today. I can't do a therapy session, nor would it be appropriate online, but I can tell you a couple of things that will be helpful to get you started. The first thing is realizing somebody else's behavior is not your fault. Maybe you gave them the benefit of the doubt too much, but here's the thing. We cannot start healing from that place. First, you have to be really tender and understanding with yourself. You cannot start from the place of blame. Nobody goes, if we're talking about betrayal, nobody goes on a date when they first meet someone and think, I'm going to give you this card and let you know I'm going to cheat on you down the road. Nobody would ever get in a relationship. So it is not your job to analyze somebody else's bad behavior. It's just not. It's not and we've normalized that so much in our culture by asking people, how did you miss the red flags? I'm going to throw up if I hear that question one more time. Because it's such a shaming question and it's a lazy question. It is not your job to analyze red flags. Do you need to learn discernment and boundaries along the way? Yes, but that comes later when you're healing, right? So you can't start from a place of shaming yourself. And if you're having a hard time moving through the shame, then get some help. The second thing is having people in your corner that are not going to judge you. That is the absolute most important thing. And I am saying to you, not ChatGPT. I'm going to say it again, not ChatGPT. Please, look, I don't have trouble with AI. I think it's a great assistant, but you need connection when you are healing. You need to see someone's face. You need to see somebody's empathy and compassion for you. And when I'm saying connection, it could be a therapist, it could be a yoga class, it could be just a group of friends. And, getting out there and meeting people, it could be a support group, go into a divorce care group. But having people in your life that are gonna hear your pain with non-judgment. One of the things that we don't talk about often is that second betrayal that happens after somebody's been betrayed, and we don't even think about it as a second betrayal. But you're going through a hard time, you just got betrayed, and then one of your friends asks you, says, well, I knew when you were with them, I never liked them to begin with. That is not the way to support someone. Or somebody says to you, well, they were always nice to me. I didn't see it. Or, somebody saying to you, well, why did you put up with that? So not helpful in healing. Shaming someone is not support. It's just not. Nor is it the appropriate time to do it when somebody is struggling. You might later have conversations about concerns that you saw along the way, but not at the beginning, because there's always so much shame. So you need people. How can you tell if somebody's going to be supportive of you when somebody asks you, what can I do? How can I help? I'm here if you need to talk. I'm so sorry that happened to you. Somebody that will hold space for you without judgment. That's the most healing thing. And even finding the right therapist. Sometimes therapists are not trained on betrayal. They are not trained in abuse or domestic violence or cheating. And so sometimes you get a therapist that will say, well, how did you miss the red flags? And it's just not the time to do it when somebody is reeling from betrayal. And the third thing is really taking the time to care for you. Part of what makes it so hard to heal from betrayal is the pushing yourself to get over it. Lean into that grief when it happens. Let it flow through you. Don't try to stop it. Hard, because we don't want to do it. It's okay if you want to be by yourself some. It's okay if you have moments where you feel sorry for yourself. It's okay if you struggle to trust for a while. That is all a normal part of healing that trauma from being betrayed. Find people that can be in your corner. I think that is probably one of the most healing things. Find the right therapist. So if this part was helpful to you, I'd love for you to like and subscribe, because there's more where this is coming from, and I'll see you next time.